Alrighty, folks, welcome to Q4. Welcome to October. Welcome to the holiday season. We are 90 days away from 2025. What I want to do here is do a couple of things. One, I want to look back on 2024, the twists, the turns, the challenges, the growth, and do a little bit of a look ahead to 2025. Figure out what's going on in the world with Mr. Omar Alfaro. How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Good. What's up, Michael? How you doing,
Dude,
man?
Q4. October 1st, 2024. In a minute, it will be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. A lot of people are going to be taking their foot off the gas. It happens every year. So I thought what I would do with you is let's look back at 2024, 9 months. What caught us by surprise? What worked? What didn't work? Talk about what we're going to do in Q4. And then finally, let's talk a little bit about 2025. So what happened in 2024? The good, bad, the ugly. What's going on?
A lot of stuff happened in 2024, man. We went from Q1 having an interesting conversations, I should say, on what the market was doing. We weren't, flipping as much. We were not acquiring because it was just a stagnant market. And then it kind of was depressed a little bit, that Q2, Q3 a little bit as well. And then we started seeing a little bit of light. There's a lot of challenges that were faced in this year. For myself, I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm sure everybody can relate. And I think that what I got out of this year is that regardless of what result that you're expecting, you want it immediately, it's not going to happen. This is where your level of dedication, putting in the work, as you always say, and your daily discipline needed to happen. Because if it didn't happen, there's a lot of people that left the business because they didn't have those and they lacked that tenacity.
When I look at the first month or the first 9 months of 2024, I think you kind of hit the key for me. We have seen a final washout of the fakers and the pretenders and the wannabes. They're gone. I know a lot of folks in your position, a lot of them are on my channel. Q1 was rough. Many folks lost six figures. Many folks had inventory and cost of capital and just holding times expand. And there was a time to kind of retreat, rebalance, refocus. But again, I think the fakers, pretenders, and the wannabes, they're now gone. And that goes for investors. That goes for mortgage brokers. That goes for real estate agents. As we've seen as the year's gotten closer to the end, as rates have come down a full percentage point, you're right. I think there are some green shoots for the folks that are true operators. I spoke at Jason Pritchard's event, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. He was on my channel, I think 2 weeks ago, saying he had a record August. A record August. He has never made so much money ever in August. Now, I think that's because he does the focus and the discipline. He never stopped marketing. He got better. He got this, got that. But also, dude, he's got less competition. The fakers and pretenders and the wannabes who were peeling off 1 or 2 deals, they're not around anymore. They're Starbucks baristas. They're driving for Uber, right? They're out of the game. So, I think we put a bottom in, right? I think the mortgage business is already showing signs of life with refis. I think we're seeing purchase demand uptick ever so slightly. And the investors that I know that are in the game, the second half of the year will be 10 times better than the first half. So I think that is 2024 in a nutshell.
Second half of 2024 will be like it would double what we made in the first quarter or the first 2 quarters.
Yeah, it's gonna
because just like Pritchard, we had our biggest month ever in our wholesale company, over 500K in a month, and that was in July or August. No, it was July.
500. This is what I'm seeing. And again, when it gets hard, the pretenders and fakers leave. They bust out. They give up. The real ones refocus, double down, and the results speak for themselves. Two of the guys are
Mhm.
on my channel every week or nearly every week, just had record months. That's that's telling you something. So, um, why don't we talk a little bit about 2025? Right? I know you're already looking ahead. I know you don't take your foot off the gas at the end of the year. You may not have officially rolled out 2025 plans to the masses, but when you look at 2025, what are you seeing?
Growth, like substantial, because all the work that we put in this year, you know, has compounded.
Yes,
Not
it's
only
momentum, right? It's momentum. It's like you can see it now.
you can, and what's crazy, uh, don't let that fool you though, of like not figuring out what you have to do every day. Like you think it's going to be there, but as long as you keep on focusing on the daily discipline, knowing your numbers, um, figuring out what you're really good at, because that's something that like helped me out a lot this year, is that I was doing other tasks that I should not have been doing. I hired an assistant this year, paying him great, and he's allowed me to go focus on the higher dollar activity. And with the new business, with our wholesale side, with streamlining all of our flips, and that process makes it more easier. So I can see that, we're going to be going into quarter with and it should trail into that Q1, Q2. I have a feeling that we're going to probably have a run up in value, at least in our specific market,
Yeah.
when that interest rate drops a little bit more, and we're going to see, oh shit, we made an extra 10, 15K. It's not going to be, well, we made an extra 30 grand that it
Yeah.
was in 2022 when we had 3% loans with the appreciation. But I feel that we're going to hit our number, and we
Mhm.
might make an extra 10, 15K of property.
Yeah, I think what we're seeing as we're heading into 2025, again, the kind of flip from the first half to the second half is um, that marginal demand, certainly when you protect yourself and you stay below the medium, it's still there. And if rates come down another half a point, a full point, that marginal demand gets unlocked. I do think both you and Jason Pritchard did something really wise, and that you changed the ratio between wholesaling and flipping. I think there was a time in 21 and 22, everybody was flipping because the numbers were screaming. I think a lot of folks that are good at this reoriented and wholesaled a lot more, or wholetailed a lot more. It just keeps the capital turning faster and faster.
Yeah, and that there, Michael, about the beginning part of it. I mean, I had some losers
Mhm.
of some of these flips, and some breaking evens, and some 5Ks that I'm like, why the hell did I make 5 grand on the deal that I spent
Yeah.
70, $80,000 on of my money? And it's like, okay, that doesn't make sense. So then, we reevaluated, and stuff that we just picked up are hotel, 3 flips,
Mhm.
five wholesale deals, and all below the median.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this is the key. I think what we're gonna see in 25 and 26 is there will be less competition, less agents, less mortgage brokers, less investors. And that means the folks that are in the game make more money. That's just how it works, right? The mortgage industry, by some accounts, is down 60%. Think about that. 60% less mortgage originators. That means the pie does not have to grow that big for the other
No.
40% to feast. It's pretty wild to think about.
And think about the avenue of the real estate agent, the realtor, the buyer side agents now that have to go through this process of asking for the commission because the seller won't pay it, even though most sellers are still going to pay it. Most agents or listing agents will know that avenue, pay off the commission if you want your house to sell. I mean, that's normal, but it just creates another filter.
Yeah. Another
Literally, it's
barrier. Yeah.
filtering more people. And I'll be honest, on the agent side of the equation, um, that, maybe some people didn't get hit as hard. I got hit, 20, 30%, 40,
Yeah.
probably almost 40%. a decrease from the year before just on the regular real estate sales aspect of it,
Hmm.
representing sellers and buyers, but I replaced it with a lot more income because of
Yeah.
my time allocation. So it's like, you know, pick and choose.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when I look out at 2025, again, I think the market, generally speaking, is not going to be crazy. I certainly hope it's not crazy. I certainly hope the federal government doesn't get involved with incentives and free money. That's not what we need right now. We need
They
the market to
will.
go. I hope not.
Fucking, I'm telling you, like I feel it, and it's like, okay, here comes something. Here
Yeah, here
comes
comes
something.
something.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
But hopefully it just goes sideways. But sideways is okay because again, a slower market allows people who are good at the business to figure out where their value is. It still keeps the pretenders away. The last thing I want is a market like this again, where we get all these fakers and pretenders back. I just want the market to go sideways. Let the good people who focus and have daily discipline win, and let the housing market heal itself.
and it's gonna heal itself for a while,
Yeah,
not
years.
tomorrow.
No,
It's gonna
years.
say, I was gonna say 2 or 3 years, man.
I totally agree. I totally
And
agree.
what do you think 3 years from now?
So 3 years
I
from now,
mean,
let's call that 2028.
we're
Let's call
in
it.
the presidency, the first
Oh,
term.
well, yeah. There's another election. Well, 2028 is going to be another election, right? I mean, think about that, right? 2024, 2028 is another election.
Right?
Um, yeah, it's I don't know. I can't really think that far. I got to get past this election first.
Yes. Get past this one, and then we can figure out, okay, what's our
Yeah,
next
well,
4 years going to look like?
yeah, exactly, exactly. But no, I'm encouraged by what I see going on. I do not see the 2021, 2022, 20% jump in prices. That is unhealthy and would be not good. Obviously, I don't see a single family home crash. I would tell you the opportunity that I'm still hopeful for. I'm hopeful that sometime in 2025, but at this point, my advisors are saying 2026 is I can go buy some commercial real estate, A
Right.
class, B class, C class distressed. I would love to 1031 out of houses into apartments like I did in '06. I would love to do that again. It might be 2026, but maybe late 2025.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a good plan.
Well,
I'll be
Omar,
putting that in the plan.
there you go. Well, Omar, if somebody wanted to join your team or they want to follow you on Instagram, where do we send them?
Guys, follow me on at Invest with Omar. We got a bunch of cool stuff happening, breaking down some flips, wholesales, new contracts that we just picked up, and giving you the day-to-day operation for what we do.
Invest with Omar. Check him out. Tell him hi from one rental at a time. Thanks, buddy.